everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 18 of Direwolf20's Let's Play Create Above and Beyond Let's Play series, where today I plan to do the things. I'm playing with a tree farm idea today. So my plan is thus. What I'd like to do is try using a mechanical piston along with some deployers and mechanical saws to basically plant saplings and then probably chop down trees. Then I'd like to have the wood from the trees flow into a furnace and turn into charcoal. And with the goal of basically having unlimited charcoal and wood. So that sound like a plan? Hopefully, because that's what we're going to work on. We're probably going to need a few drawers. I'll get to that stuff. I haven't quite gotten there just yet. There's a few things. I want to start with the mechanical, piston mover contraption thing, and then we'll kind of go from there. Does that sound like a good deal? So let's start with this thing. So first off, we're going to need probably a sticky mechanical piston ready to go in that direction, but maybe not right like that. Maybe more like this. Yeah, it seems cool. Now I haven't quite planned out how I want this to flow. But I could probably just do this and this. That sound cool? Yeah. However, in order for this to work, there's a thing from Create that I'm going to want to have. It's the sequenced gear shift. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah. Now, we need a brass machine to make one of those. Well, in fact, we need a brass machine to make two of those. And I'm pretty sure I've got some extra brass machines around back at my base. So we can whip one of them up nice and lickety-split. Sequenced gear shift. Pretty sure this is the one that's going to allow me to, when I send it a redstone signal, have it do things with a timed list of instructions. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want. And then we could have it, do things. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. So sequenced gear shift. Cool. Let's go get ready to do the thing. So you're going to go here with the sticky piston facing that way. Oh, that's cool. When you break the block, it picks up. Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice that ever before. But that is neat. And then this guy. Cool. Okay. Now I've got some piston dudes here ready to go. And just like other dudes, they kind of work like that. You can click on them and they'll extend automatically. Neat. All right, so I want you to, when you receive a redstone signal, push this thing forward 5, input speed forwards, then delay 10 ticks, and then piston it backwards, and then you're done. And I want that to happen on a redstone signal. So if this is all programmed correctly, I think he's backwards. Not a problem, we can fix. Yeah, see, it's reversed. Not a problem, not a problem. It's a little tricky sometimes to know, like, what direction things are working in, so not a problem. We might want to, let's see. I'll probably want it double speed reversed, and then double speed. So if I do that, that should be cool. And then when it's done going forward, it's going to go backwards. Cool? So every time redstone signal pulses here, he's going to go forward a bit. And then go backwards a little bit. Cool. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Nice. All right. So that's the basic mechanic of how this piston's going to work. Now, what we're going to have on the piston is a bunch of linear chassis, which are going to, run just like you would expect them to. Okay. So that it works like this. And then we're going to have the saws directly in front of them. Now, as for what I'm thinking we might want is if I put saws and then deployers in front of the saws, would that work out, you think? All right, so here's what I've got set up. I've got the deployers facing down, connected to some linear chassis, which may or may not need to be connected better than they are already. So let me make sure that I filter everything. You may not be able to see what I'm doing, but basically I'm applying a filter with saplings, so that's what's allowed to be placed. Now, the thing is, I don't want saplings to be placed here, so I'm putting cobblestone there to kind of block it from placing saplings. Does that make sense? And then, yeah, let's see what happens. What I'd like to do, I'm thinking, is put a drawer here. So I'm going to get my glue. If I put it on the offhand, it should stick. Cool. Okay, now I'm going to lock the drawer. I'm going to put saplings in there. And then I'm also going to put a chest, maybe let's say here. Cool? I like that. I do. I think that's neat. All right, so now if we were to push the button, my hope would be that he would place, he doesn't, oh. Now why did you do that? It's an exceedingly good question. Why did it do that? What did Dire Derp now? What indeed did Dire Derp now? Because didn't I test this with the saw bit already? Or did I not? Do I need to put sticky on the back of those saws? I'm not quite sure. I'm assuming yes, maybe? I thought that I wouldn't have to, but maybe because it's moving backwards, it needs to be sticky. That could be the case. There we go. Yep, I guess so. All right, so there's problem number 1. Now, why didn't you place your saplings? That would be problem number 2. Right? So let's get those hands back there. I think the best way to do it is to place it like this. Okay. And then let's get the saplings back. Now, it might be because I put the saplings in a drawer. That was one of my questions, to be honest with you. I wasn't sure if the drawer would be a problem. So let's try this once with the saplings in the drawer, and then we'll try it once without, okay? And the hands might need to be a little bit higher. It's also possible that they need to be higher. I'm starting to think that that might be the problem, actually. Actually, yes. I'm very starting to think that might be the problem. Let's do it like this. And then now we get our saplings. Oh, and you know what I was supposed to do? This stuff first. Right? Okay, cool. Now we can put our dispatch deployer dudes there. Filter. And go. Maybe I'm crazy. Or maybe it does need to be in a chest. Let's try it with a chest. Because maybe the drawers are not behaving. Yeah, the drawers were not behaving. Aha. Okay. Alright, so see how it broke things? Yeah, that's a thing I can fix. So if we go over here, see the always place when stopped, place only in starting position, place only when anchor destroyed. I want to place only in starting position. Okay, so what happened was place when stopped, when it got to the end of the line, it stopped, it broke the blocks because it placed on top of it. So like these things turn into entities when they're moving, and then they turn back into normal blocks based on these rules here. So if we try this now, see how it didn't destroy anything? That's what we want. And it won't turn back into blocks until it hits the starting position again. Sweet. Okay, cool. Nice. All right, now let me get a little appetite just to test that this is going to behave itself, and I think it will. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use pipes to handle the input and output of things. So the problem is we can't have drawers, so that's okay. We can't put drawers. It won't work with drawers. Let me put it that way. It won't work with drawers to extract saplings from. So drawer on top of the moving contraption doesn't work. That's okay. But let's see. If I grow, you know, a couple trees here, hopefully you're going to be cool. Can you grow? Or can you... Okay, yeah, you can. Good. Nice. So now if I hit the button... Huh. It's clearly cutting, but then it stops. Why you stop? Why you stop? I think I have an idea of what's happening here. Yes, that is what's happening. Okay. So when I say move forward 10 blocks, I thought that that was actually 10 meters. But all it's really doing is it's estimating how far 10 meters is. Okay, yeah, and that's going to be a little bit of a problem for me. Huh. Okay. And also, why are you sticking? You guys shouldn't be sticking to things. Alright, so clearly this is not going to be as simple as I had hoped. Clearly not. Alright, give me a sec to think this one through. Alright, just for fun, I'm going to try this out. Does this retract before it's done cutting? It does. Okay, got it. So that's a little bit of a problem for me. So here, this is what I'm thinking now. What if instead of doing like we were doing with pistons, we go this route? So that instead of it being a move it forward, then move it back motion, instead, let's have it be just a continuous spinning motion. And it just spins around and places and then breaks trees. Does that work? Can I do that with the saw? That's an exceptionally good question. I'm not 100% sure. So we're gonna find out right now. We're gonna experiment a little bit. And that's what the series is gonna be about sometimes. A little experimentation, a little bit of having fun. Well, hopefully a lot of having fun. Hopefully a lot of having fun. Okay, so let's get to work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with, let's have the, I do have one with me because I wasn't sure if this would work out, right? But if we had a mechanical bearing, let's say here, and then if I wanted to, what I would like to have is the other kind of chassis. Right, the radial one? Radial chassis? Because what this does... It does that. Yeah, that's what I want. Yep. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, so let's do the radial chassis on this guy. So I'm going to have a radial chassis with a bunch of linear chassis. Okay, so we're going to have a radial chassis with a bunch of linear chassis. Oh, wrong kind. Thought I'd move these. Where did I put my linear chassis? Oh, you know what? They might be in my... No, they're not. Where did I put my linear chassis? There they are. Dire, please. Alright, let me run this thing to get it up and running. Alright, let's see if this works the way I expect it will. Hey, that's what I wanted to see. Nice. Alright, cool. I like it, right? Alright, cool. Now, let's put... what direction are you coming? You're coming at me, okay. So let's put our saws here. And that should be cool for cutting down the trees, right? And then what I'm thinking is maybe behind it, we will have with a little bit of stickiness. The hand things. Wherever they are. Cool. Okay. And then they get filtered with saplings. No, give me that back. Filter, filter. I'm starting small with this just to see if it works. Okay. And then we're also going to need a chest for you to work with. Okay. So now if I tell you to start going. That's kind of cool. I like it. All right, cool. Now, let's see if growth test, do you behave yourself? That actually seems to be working so much better. I like that a lot. Can we talk about how cool that is? Can we talk about how cool that is? All right, now you know what we're going to want, right? We're going to want a portable storage interface times 2. And your job will be to extract these resources out of the chest here. So let's get a clutch, which I just set up. Okay, then we're going to do that. Okay, now the problem is when he stops, he like turns into solid blocks. So that's a little bit of a problem, but not the end of the world per se. Oh, hello. Good job. I like it. You're doing awesome. You really are. I am super thrilled with how good a job you're doing. So then we need a stick. So that we have a lever. Yeah, so when you stop, you turn into blocks, which is a little bit of a nuisance. What are the words here? Only place near initial angle. Only place when anchor destroyed. I like that. If we do that, will you never place until I break the block? So the theory is now I stop it. Oh! And he even stops at an off angle. That's kind of cool. Oh, but he doesn't turn into... That's okay. I think I'm okay with that. Ish. Ish. Eventually, I might be okay with that. Oh my goodness, I'm so hungry. It just occurred to me that that lever is messing with that trapdoor. Alright, cool. So, it's okay-ish. But what I would like to see happen is... So do I want this to be bigger, or is this big enough? Might be big enough, to be honest with you. And then we could do something like this. Alright, I need the sticky. You know, I always forget when I need to use the sticky glue and when I don't need to use the sticky glue. Okay. And then we want like a block space between them, and then that. And then from there... Actually, no. Whether I shift click or click, it doesn't seem to matter. There you go. That'll do. Cool. All right, let me sleep through this night real quick, and then we're going to test activating the rotation, and it should be cool. All right, I did not expect that to happen. But I think I know why it's happening. And I think it's because you guys are set to 8, and you should be set to 1. Because what this number is telling you is how far away the connectors will go. So if I see how that highlighting is going up, so that's why it's doing that. See? Crisis averted. Excellent. Okay. And what we should have is a bunch of wood and logs and apples and all that stuff are in here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now for you, we're going to want to set it up so that he extracts those things, right? So let's let you run again. And that seems cool. Maybe I want to put you 2 block spaces away. It might be that I want him 2 block spaces away. Or he may not be connecting properly because of the fact that there's not an actual connection happening yet. But let's see what happens when I do this now. Still not rendering correctly the connection, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's clearly trying to connect, which is good. We'll stick with that. All right, now how should I rapidly get the items out of here? That's the next question. So I'm thinking we use the extraction module here, but then I would also like, if I may, do I not have any more of those other kinds of things? I might have to make more. These. And I would like one to be a highest priority module. Okay. And is there a filter module? Because I might need a filter module. Filter increase. Do these things have... Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So the gist is that I would like you to extract into a drawer type system. So let's put away all this stuff. And let's have a drawer type system here. I kind of want a chest. Well, you know what I can do? I can put some things in here for a minute. Like, I don't need this stuff at the moment. Okay, perfect. So then if we had drawers here. Okay. And then let's say that we wanted the drawers to be wood, saplings, sticks, apples, and then eventually it's going to be charcoal. Okay. And it just occurred to me that these things are all a little bit too far pushed up, and that's bad news. So we're going to do something about that. Because remember, we don't want... Yeah, we don't want them to connect right next to each other, because Pretty Pipes doesn't like that. I think I want sticks and then saplings. And it might be true that we want the charcoal elsewhere, but we'll find out. All right, so now we want to have our pipes connecting into here. And then you're going to get the low extraction. Now, my concern is, because it's a low extraction, I think it can only pull one item at a time. So that means it's going to take a while to clear that chest. But let's see what happens. So I think it's taking a while to clear out that chest. But it might be our only option right now. And then once the chest is empty... Remember, we have a big backlog of resources at the moment. And that's, you know, the problem, right? But once the chest is empty, in theory, there will only be 1 or 2 tree growths between, you know, it being empty and needing to be done again. So I think we'll be okay on this front. But let's see what happens. You know what I could do is just, because I know we have a big jump start, let's clear out what's in there right now and then let it run again. Okay, that feels pretty good to me. And then it's got, you know, a few things to dump out. Now, here's the other note. Saplings. Because it will place all the saplings it has in its inventory before it empties, I don't think we need to worry about getting saplings back into the chest. I think what will happen is any saplings that are removed by virtue of the fact that tree growth occurs, because it cuts and then places behind it, I think we're going to be okay. Cool. And then he cuts down, he places the sapling, and then he reconnects. And that seems to be working pretty well, right? Doesn't that look cool? I like that. All right, now for charcoal. All right, crafted a few more things that I think will be useful. So now what we'd like to try is, I'm thinking, I have to remember the sidedness of furnaces, because they have sidedness, right? Because there's the top, there's the bottom, and then there's the back. So I think you pull out the side and you insert into the top. Am I right about that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little charcoal in here. Now, is there filters on the inputs? There are filters on the inputs. Sweet. Okay, cool. So if I were to put wood as a filter here. Right, so if I said wood... All right, no, I can't filter at the pipe level. I can make you the highest priority, but you're just going to insert... Okay, well, I guess... Does he only accept wood? I'm not 100% sure about that. Will he accept saplings? But then what I want you to do is basically this, and then a drawer here that's going to be locked to charcoal. And then I'm going to make, in theory, what should happen is when we extract items out the side, I'm hoping that I'm right about this. It might be the bottom is the extract, isn't it? Ugh, that's annoying. That's annoying. Well, it's still the same pattern. But we're going to need another priority module, I think. Yeah, because you're supposed to use hoppers, right? That's why it always confuses me, vanilla furnaces, because my thought is, like, the bottom should be where charcoal goes, but if you're inserting charcoal, you can't insert from the bottom in vanilla Minecraft, right? So what we're going to want is another priority filter, which will be you. Okay, being the highest priority. Sweet. And then the highest priority should be this guy. And you're going to extract charcoal. So what should happen is he should start extracting charcoal. And even though I made you the highest priority, you're not inserting. Don't you insert into the back charcoal? Bueller? Yes. Is it possible priorities are not working properly? What if we did this? Doesn't seem to be behaving the way I want it to. I think it's still just going into here, isn't it? Yeah. That's betterish. So why didn't the charcoal want to go in there directly? That's a question. I'm okay with this because it means having a buffer of 5 stacks. It's not my favorite. I'd like the pipes to work directly like I was hoping they would. See, at this point, it's not behaving super well. See? Yeah, it's only doing that. Huh. Huh. Okay. Alternate solution. We could make you highest priority, but we can also throw a stack limiter on there to say only keep, you know, a handful in there. So what if I did this? You ready? That's filter increase. I want stack limiter. So if I did this and we said, hey, keep 8 in there, what should happen is he will eventually, and I'm going to speed this up a smidge. Okay. What he should eventually do is he will extract his charcoal from the output slot. He will fill up this internal buffer of charcoal, and then future charcoal will go here up to 8, and then all other charcoal will eventually make its way into this drawer. Does that sound cool? I think that should work, if my theory is correct. And since we can assume that we're always going to get around 3 or 4 wood per operation at least, we should have a net gain on charcoal. Even though it may not be perfect, if you were concerned about being perfect, you would find a way to make it insert 8 pieces of wood at a time. That would probably be the perfect quote-unquote way to do this, but meh. I ain't going to lose sleep over it. I think this is cool. So that's an interesting mechanic. I just realized that you are going to be a nuisance about something. So let me do this real quick. Once he's done extracting, let me stop him for a sec. I'm going to put a saw here. And then let him run again. And that should help with that middle case. Or not. That's also possible, that it will just not work. What I should probably do then is something like this. Ow! Stop hurting me. There you go. That would probably be cooler. Yeah, I think that works. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. And then just give me a few more saplings to help flesh that out. And that should solve the incidence of there's a tree that can't be cut down. I thought putting, you know, the thing there would solve that, but apparently not. Hopefully that tree gets cut down. I guess we'll find out, right? Yeah, it does. Nice. All right, cool. All right. Now, how are you doing? We've got a stack of charcoal in here. We've got 8 charcoal in here. And then all future charcoal is going right into here. Huh? I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. See, we're at 15 charcoal now. That's awesome. That's awesome. Right? So now we've got unlimited charcoal, in theory. We literally just let this sit here and it should run. I don't think any of the other resources can be smelted. So like sticks can't go into a furnace. They can go to a campfire, apparently, and turn into torches? Really? That's a thing? Okay. It can be used as fuel, but it can't smelt into anything. Apples are also not smeltable, and saplings are not smeltable. Only wood is, right? Only wood is smeltable. So as a result, I'm hopeful that it means that it won't be able to insert anything but oak logs here. And again, it's got the highest priority. So, you know, we will pretty much, I think this is cool. I'm excited about this. I think this is awesome. Slightly annoyed I had to do that, but I don't think that, you know, unless I was doing something really weird that I don't understand, I think that, for whatever reason, is necessary. But hey, I think this is a good wrapping up point. So for now, Del20 signing off. We have a tree farm. It's a little closer to this than I wanted, but it's fine. It's fine. We have unlimited apples, we have unlimited saplings, unlimited sticks, and unlimited wood. I'll take it. For now, Del20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. Probably get started maybe on Chapter 3. I cleared out some area to the side of my existing manual area, and I'm probably going to build a windmill over here, and the crushing wheels, and the mechanical crafters for manual use. And then we will probably do something similar to get other stuff going. But for now, wrapping up point. Del20 signing off, like I said. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.